missed one coming out in April. Hopefully editing will make this look a little smoother. She was the daughter of King Agamemnon. Hi, my name is Adriana, and today I'll be going over my most anticipated releases of 2022. A little bit of forewarning, most of the books on this list are either continuations of a series or new books by authors I already know. In my goals video for this year, I talk about how I want to read longer books, and in general that means I'm going to be reading less books than I normally would, so I really want to make sure the ones I am reading are something I know I'm going to enjoy. The easiest way to do that is continue on with series I already enjoy or to read books by authors I already know I enjoy. So with that little bit of preamble out of the way, I would ask that you like, comment, and subscribe when you finish watching this video if you enjoy it, and let's jump in to my books. First book on this list is already out, and I'm in the process of reading it, but that is Starless Crown by James Rollins. It came out on January 7th, so I am about 100 pages into it, really enjoying it so far. But this is a adult fantasy book taking place on a planet that has stopped rotating, so only a small sliver of the planet is livable, and a young student regains her sight after being blind all of her life and supplies this prophecy having to do with the moon. So, I don't know, it's a big book. I'm only a part of the way into it. Don't exactly know what's happening yet, but I am really enjoying it. The next book on my list is also already out, which, you know, happens when you do an anticipated releases video halfway through the month of January. But that is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know anything about this book. Pretty sure it's a YA fantasy, but I was browsing like a Goodreads list of 2022 releases and I saw the cover for this and I fell in love. So this is going a little bit against my, not necessarily rule, but what I prefaced in this video where I was trying to focus on stuff I knew I would already like, but how could you see this cover and not want to read it? It's beautiful. But I think I will make sure that I just get it from the library instead of pre-ordering it. That spurned me a couple times in 2021. I did some pre-orders of some books, and now I own some books that I don't enjoy. So now jumping into the books that have yet to come out. Diablo Mesa by Preston Child is going to be a continuation of the Nora Kelly series. I have talked about the Nora Kelly series on my channel a couple times, but it is a small series that takes place within a larger universe that these two authors have created over the years. But this series particularly follows an architect named Nora Kelly who gets involved with FBI cases through her friend Corey Swanson. I think it's Corey Swanson. It's either Corey Swan or Corey Swanson. Corey Swan something. I have read all of the books in this series so far and have really enjoyed them. I really enjoy a lot of the stuff these authors put out, so I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on with Nora Kelly and seeing what kind of shenanigans she gets herself into. Coming out April 5th is Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. This is a heist story with a lot of super smart people. I've heard it's a mix of Crazy Rich Asians and Ocean's 11, so I'm into it. I think it's gonna be really dope and really cool. And there's some women in STEM. There's some stealing back art to the culture it belongs to. I think it all sounds really fun, and I think it's gonna be a cool book. This is another one of the ones where I don't know the author, and this isn't really a continuation of a series or anything, but I have high hopes that it will be very good. In April, Kingdom of Bones, also by James Rollins, will be coming out. That is the 16th installment in the Sigma Force series, and I was fortunate enough to get a copy of it from the publisher, so I've actually already read this one and enjoyed it immensely. I still think it counts as an anticipated release because I did do a pre-order. I'm getting a, hardcover of it, so I'm very excited to get that. I don't have my ARC on me right now because I lent it out to my dad for him to read. Very, very good. I obviously definitely recommend this series. I've been following it since high school, and I'm so excited that this author is just continuing to pump out better and better novels in this series for every single one. Another one coming out in April is Elektra by Jennifer Saint, the same author who wrote Ariadne. I really, really enjoyed Ariadne as a mythological retelling. I think the author does an incredible job of retelling the myth in a very researched way. It's very, very close to kind of the understanding it by classicists of what the myth is, but also fleshing out the story that makes it feel very fresh and feminist and just incredible. So I am hoping that the author does the same with the story of Elektra. I'm not gonna lie, that's not one I'm nearly as familiar with as I was with Ariadne. I'm not a big Iliad girly, so the Trojan War is definitely a gap in my Greek mythology knowledge, but I am excited to jump into this one and learn some more, especially about this family that Elektra is a part of and all of the violence that has cursed them for several generations. The next one on my list comes out May 3rd, and that is I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. Casey McQuiston, also the author of Red, White, and Royal Blue and One Last Stop, two books that I enjoyed immensely and had a really, really good time with. This is actually a YA romance, so it is a little bit of a departure from her more adult romances. I guess a little hesitant that way. I definitely prefer adult romances to YA, but I have a lot of faith in this author to do something cool and fun, so I am definitely looking forward to it. Coming out in the end of May is Tokyo Dreaming by Amiko Jean. I read Tokyo Ever After earlier this year and thought it was really, really fun and really, really cute. It's definitely a kind of Princess Diaries story, so I am excited for the second one. I'm hoping it is just as cute and fun. I think it'll be, you know, a really good palate cleanser in between some of these longer books that I'm trying to attack this year. So I am definitely looking forward to this one. Coming out in June is This Wicked Fate by Kaylin Bayron. It is the sequel to This Poison Heart, which I recently read. I very much enjoyed This Poison Heart. It is a story of a young woman who inherits this great estate from her biological family, so she ends up moving into the estate with her adopted moms and learns that her family history is not quite what she thought it was, and there's a lot of like Greek mythology woven in, which I love. So yes, I am very much looking forward to the second one. The first one kind of left us off on a bit of a bomb, so I will be anxiously waiting for this next one to come out. Coming out in August is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the third in the series of the Inheritance games. I read the Inheritance games early this year and really enjoyed it. It's kind of a YA Knives Out for anybody who enjoyed that movie. I've heard the second one isn't as good, so I think I'm gonna wait to read the second one until this third one comes out and then like read them both together, and hopefully that'll kind of help with the sophomore slump of the middle book. So then potentially coming out in September is The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. Erin Sterling is the author of The X-Hex that I read during Halloween time last year. I say potentially because there's still no cover and there's still no like blurb or anything about it, but I mean it is pretty far out, so we'll see. The author could totally change their mind and decide to go do something totally different. September is definitely pushing it out a little bit as far as, you know, anticipating releases, but I would definitely read another Halloween inspired romance by this author because I definitely enjoyed The X-Hex, so I think it would be really fun to be able to read another Halloween romance around that time. Those are some of the books I am looking forward to coming out in 2022. If you are also looking forward to any of these, please let me know in the comments down below, and if you know of anything else that you're excited about that you think I might also be interested in, please drop those down below as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.